Hi guys, this is Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. I am so glad that you're here with me today. I'm going to be making a card from the Right Words Collection die set. Thank you for your kindness. That is part of the new June 2022 new release. This is very lovely. I sometimes I get dies and I was like, what can I make with that? But to be honest, some of these sets are just so complete. They create the card for you without you having to actually do anything else. Of course, you could always add things or just use parts. First, we've got this cover plate type die. This one actually, and I think I'm going to use it in a different way on another card. Okay, that's just my brain. I am sorry, guys. It sometimes looks at things and decides, you know, I could do that too. We've got an outside rectangle, and then we've got this intricate die that goes in the center, and I think this is just so pretty. So first thing I did is I went ahead and I have already pre-cut everything. I cut out this one, and I think this is just so nice. And then you can put a piece of cardstock behind it. So I'm thinking with black, that is going to look lovely. And then we've got all of our letters. Now, all of our words rather. We've got the word kindness, split into two pieces so that you could use it for the word kind, or you could use it for the word kindness. Then we've got thank you, as in thank you for your, and that's what I'm planning on using today. But we also have a few other ones. This says you are so kind. So that's another full sentiment there. So anyway, I've gone ahead and cut out a few multiples of these, although now, because I just looked at this, I've got to do one more. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that one out, and then I can start assembling these cards. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start working on these cards because I just have too many ideas going through my head, and I didn't cut out quite enough sentiments to do all of those. So first, what I'm going to do is just going to put the cover plate part on and have that going over this black piece that I just used the frame for. And that I think is a very, very pretty effect. And I've actually cut out a few of those, so I will be getting all of those put together, doing the exact same thing, just gluing it down with a little bit of my art glitter glue, because of course everything lines up perfect, and it is a quick and easy way to do that. I will set this to the side and let it to dry while I get the other ones glued in place. For the first card, I'm going to use that same pink, and I'm going to pop it up on some foam. This is just some of my scrap, and I think I'm going to plan on doing this one as a portrait mini slimline instead of the full slimline size that I've got here. The panel here that I have is about 6 3/4. So if I cut this down to 7 inches, that should be perfect size for a mini slimline. And to do that, since it is at 8 1/2, I need to cut off 1 1/2 inches. If you're like me and you don't have a ton of space on your craft desk, you don't always have room for a humongous paper trimmer. So we'll have this here, and I'm going to pop that up on some foam and put that on the back of my main focal image. Okay, so I can either put it in the center or off to the side, and I kind of like that offset. But before I do that, let me go ahead and bring out my sentiments. Now, the kindness has the letters, and I think this is super cool because it has that space in the middle, and then it's got the shadow. So I'll go ahead and adhere a set of those together. Okay, so I do like this pretty pink, but I think with these, with the black and white of the text that I've already got done, I think it'll work better on this almost fuchsia hot pink. Let me go ahead and add some on the back and let it start adhering well. And I do kind of want it a little bit off center. Okay, so now we're going to have kindness near the bottom. And then we'll have our the rest of our letters, but having them offset just a little bit. Oh, let me add some adhesive to the back of my white thanks, or thank. That looks kind of cool. That one has a little bit of a drop shadow. So I'll need to just finish up these other ones, and then I can add those to the front of this card. So as I was positioning everything for it to be a portrait card, I decided that there just wasn't enough room for the words thank you and for you. So I'm changing it up. I'm going to instead put the thank you and the for you, for your, all of those words are going to actually overlay most of that cover plate, and then the kindness is going to be down here in the white space. So let me go ahead and add some adhesive to the back. And to be honest, it looks like you probably wouldn't need that second layer that I added with this shadow, because you really can't see it that much. I do have to say I'm loving this word kindness. Okay, and then to finish up the card, I'm going to add some sequins. Okay, so that is going to finish up this card. And let me go ahead and put together a couple of others. And basically, I think the designs are going to be very similar, but I did, as I mentioned before, do one on some light pink, and then I did some on some iridescent silver. I think those will be really cool. I'm pulling out some other things. I have got all of these foiled sentiments that I did last week on a foiling session, but I've also got some embossed panels. This is one of the embossed panels that I've just got in my stash. I'm going to use that just to add a little bit more texture behind my focal image here. So I just need to adhere this down. I'm using liquid glue for this part, just getting that lined up center across the card, and then I can just trim it off. Okay, that looks pretty good. And I'll just add that right in the center there. And I like this happy birthday sentiment. Got it foiled in some silver, so that matches nice. Okay, this turned out elegant enough that I am debating whether or not it needs anything extra. I'm thinking it doesn't. This, I think, this one actually would be very pretty as an anniversary card if you switch out the sentiment with a silver foiled. That is really, really nice. I think I'm going to leave it at that. So this is going to finish up this card video for today. I've got two pretty cards with different looks. This one is fun and vibrant, and this one is just simply elegant, and I am loving that panel and all of these fun sentiments. So if you guys want to see another video where I am using Spellbinders products, be sure to check out this playlist over here. You guys have a wonderful day, and remember, if I can make it, you can too. Thank you so much for dropping by, and see you next time.